the Dewey Decimal System for the umpteenth time, and that's not me being mean, sweetheart. I just want to make sure you understand, people make mistakes, and that's fine. But the point is, I would like to retire one day, and you're my only hope of doing that, because no one else in this town wants to take care of this library. Can I help you? Oh, okay, you're looking for a book. Well, yeah, I've got books. What book are you looking for? You don't know. Alright, well, do you have any genres you like? You're not sure. Okay, do you have a library card with us? Also not sure. Honey, what are you thinking right now? Okay, bless your heart. Well, I can look up that library card for you just to check. Yeah, get you set in the right direction. Okay. What is your first name? Okay. And is that okay? That's what I thought. And what is your last name? Okay. Easy enough. And what is your address? Please tell me you know that. Okay, we got it. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. You are in the system, but it looks like it's outdated, so I will have to have you do a form for me so we can get you a new card. Your card expired a couple years ago. You have to use it once every 2 years in order for it to stay in use and active, So, but you don't seem like one who reads much, which is fine, so we'll just get you set up with a new card. How does that sound? Okay, wonderful. I've got this notebook, and I'm just going to jot down some important information here. So, let me just get my pen here. Alright. Okay, how do you spell your first name again? Alright. Okay, and how do you spell your last name again? Okay, and what is your address currently? Is that drive or road? Okay, and what is your zip code? Okay, and what is your date of birth? Come on, sweetheart, I don't have all day. Yeah, I'm trying to retire, Okay, alright. Okay. And let me see. What is your profession? We just like to, have that for our database. Okay. Interesting. Okay. And what is your favorite genre? I know I already kind of asked you that question, but we've got fantasy, which is like dragons and stuff, but it could be like urban fantasy, which we can get into. That's more in like our world fantasy. Then we have historical fiction, there's sci-fi, there's the classics, Do you have like any idea of that? What's your favorite TV show? Maybe we should start there. Okay. Okay, and what's your favorite movie? Okay, honey, I don't need your whole life story. Okay. Alright, thank you. Okay, let's put this information into the database. is a predicament, seeing as you are in a library. But that's alright. I can help you. I'm a librarian. I've got expertise, right? Oh, that one. Yeah, see, that one. That one is from my own personal collection, which means that you cannot have her. You cannot borrow her. She is gorgeous. She is stunning. She is, most importantly, signed. So, as you can see, that one is not up for borrowing. Sometimes I like to bring my own special collection here just for people to gawk at, because, you know, readers, we love to hoard books, and we love a special edition. So, but I will show you her beautiful, beautiful artwork. I don't know what was happening there, but we've got this beautiful cover, and of course you saw the sprayed edges, and when we open her up, there is a ribbon, and paper artwork. Oh, stunning. And of course, like I said, she is signed, so that is why she is not able to be given out. And of course, all these other special elements, like look at that naked cover. I love a naked cover. Alright. So, that is my book, so you can all have that. So let me just put this back over here. What I do have for you, sweetheart, is a regular edition of that. I mean, this is the Barnes & Noble copy, but this is the one that we do give out. Now, if you notice, oh Lord, okay, if you notice, she is a lot bigger, and she looks a lot different. That's what the difference is between a regular book that we borrow out, we lend out, and a special edition, which looks like it's really expensive, because it is. So, these are the ones for people who want to borrow a book, right? Okay. So, now of course, if this was my book, I would not be lending it out, because nobody takes care of books like I do. So, but for the purposes of a library, we do have books, usually in bad condition, because people don't take care of things that aren't theirs. I mean, they barely take care of things that are theirs. But, you know, like Martha Jane down the street, her lawn is just overgrown. It's crazy. She needs to get her son out there, or her daughter, or whoever is living with her right now, to go out there and clean that up. It's an eyesore on the community, alright? But not that I really care, because I'm here most of the time until I retire. Okay. So, as you can see, she is special in certain ways, but she's had a lot of grubby hands all over her, so she is. Never mind, I'm not even going to go there. I'm not even going to talk about Martha Jane again. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Now, I'm not going to read this to you, sweetheart, because if you want something read to you, then you can ask somebody else or get an audiobook, because audiobooks are reading. And you might think as a librarian I don't believe that, but I do, because it activates the same part of your brain. And you can take that home and tell them all that the librarian at the library said that, okay? Alright. So we have To Patricia for Never Once Forgetting. V.E. Schwab is one of my favorite authors, and I love this book so much. All I'm going to read to you, sweetheart, is the first line, which is a girl is running for her life. And if you want to read the rest, you'll have to get the book. Now, we have a few copies of that, is very popular. Okay, now, if we're looking in the fantasy sphere, one of our series. Oh, wait, you see a book you recognize? Okay, will you go grab that for me? Okay. Okay. City of Fallen Angels by Cassandra Clare. Now, this is one of them not as produced ones. It's not a special edition, but I don't really see these naked covers that much with these books. I think it's a UK thing. They have in that newfangled Europe, But interestingly, this is $12.99, which is really like a paperback price, but this is a hardcover, which is surprising. Now, this is City of Fallen Angels by Cassandra Clare. I've read the entirety of her books, except for Swordcatcher and City of Thorns, because I'm scared. But City of Thorns, the Chain of Thorns is what I meant. My mind's going, it is time to retire. Okay, so now what you do need to know about this, sweetheart, is that this is the 4th book in this series. Have you read the other ones? You haven't. Alright, I figured as much. This is a great book. I love the character Simon, and he's really, really featured in this book. This isn't everyone's favorite, but I do really appreciate it. And I think if you read this series, you'll love it. But I would start with, do you prefer historical or like modern day stories? You don't know. Of course you don't know. Okay, well, if you like historical more, I would start with The Infernal Devices. I know it's not the common thing. Most people start with City of Bones, but for me, I didn't love City of Bones when I first started reading it, because that isn't my genre. Like that teenager realm is not my thing all the time. But I started with Infernal Devices, and I loved it. So then when I tried to reread City of Bones, I loved it too. So this series is super, super good. But those first few books were like first mainstream books. So they're like, you can definitely tell her writing matures as the series goes on, I need me some water. I'll be right back. I decided on coffee. Yeah, Jolene got me with this. She had it in the bag, so. Jolene, honey, this is a little too bitter. Yeah, you might want to throw that pot out. Yeah. This is my favorite mug right now. We're getting to the Halloween season. I love all things vampires, but we'll get there. Believe me, honey, we'll get there. I plumb forgot. I forgot. Jesus Lord, that is some bad coffee. Okay. I'm sorry, where were we at? Oh, yeah. You don't want to start with City of Fallen Angels. It's the 4th book in that series. So start with City of Bones or The Infernal Devices, whichever one. You're supposed to read the first 3 in that series, and then read The Infernal Devices, and then come back to 4, 5, and 6. And that is a good option, and that's how the author recommends, but it really just depends on your preference, right? Okay, so we've had a lot of like that. The first Invisible I've had through is adult fantasy. The Mortal Instruments is young adult, and so now I think we should go with a classic, which is A Tale of Two Cities. We are fortunate enough to get this copy from someone who donated their entire collection to the library. We love our donors. We love our donors so much. They help keep this place up and running, and most importantly, they pay for my retirement. So I love my donors. Some of them I've known my entire life. I've worked here since I was 16, and honey, I don't need to tell you how old I am now, but I will tell you, it is too old to be working here still. bought this from Underground Books in Georgia. So it's come a long way to us, wherever we are. Okay, so Tale of Two Cities. I have not finished this myself, but I was really enjoying it. It's just, you know what? I don't think we should talk class sex. You don't seem like the type of person who would be into the class sex, you know. It takes a certain someone, you know, someone who understands a lot of old words and big words and stuff. And I just don't think that's your vibe. So I think we should stick to something else. Yeah, you think so too? Okay. And that's not me being like mean. I mean, I am really being honest. It does take a certain type of person to read it. Like I said, I haven't even finished this book, so I think we should move on. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, you were pulling at this one, so I'll pull it out, but we gotta talk about this. Yes. The Vampire Lestat. Now here is a man who can make you cry. I mean, I don't even know where to begin. Anne Rice is one of the most prolific writers of our generations, of the last few centuries, of probably all time. I mean, this story, even though I haven't read this yet, but I have seen the show and the movie and read half of the first book. This story is prolific. I mean, it is heart-wrenching. It gets into those heartstrings and it pulls tight. Lestat de Lincourt, that is a man after my own heart. And Louis de Pontelac. Honestly, he needs to lighten up sometimes, but sometimes he's pretty fun. And if you've seen the show, do not even bring up Armand, okay? Anyways, this book has tangled edges. And like, I know a lot of people are not fans of tangled edges, but I kind of like it. It's like old-timey. I did not know that we had a cat in here. Jolene, did you bring your cat in today? Fine. I guess we could use a library cat. Anyways, I love these pages. They're so thick and crisp. They're so nice to read. And I will read the first line of this book. I am the Vampire Lestat. Amazing. Okay, but I highly, highly recommend this story. These books are beautiful, of what I've read, which is half of the first one. But you cannot start with the second book in the series. You have a habit of trying to do that. If you are going to read a series, you must start with the first one in the series, or you will be confused. And we don't need you getting any more confused than you already are, honey. Alright, bless your heart. I love you. Okay, so that brings us to the first book, which is Interview with the Vampire. Now, I got this at Ollie's. Have you been to Ollie's? Oh, that's a bargain, honey. You gotta go there. And I don't really read paperbacks, so like this is just, you know, this is an option for you. But I prefer like the sturdiness of a hardcover. However, I did start reading this copy, and then I moved on to my hardcover, and then I moved on to my Kindle. So it depends on my mood. It is nice and floppy though. And it was only $2.99, and you can't beat that. I know you know that you cannot beat a $2.99 book. Okay? Not when it's new. So this book is from that book. The Vampire Lestat was obviously from the Vampire Lestat's perspective, but this one is from perspective. And Louis and Lestat kind of have a thing going on, but it was written in the 70s, so she couldn't really fully say that. But honey, they fully say it in the TV show. Okay. Anyways, look at #1 New York Times bestselling author. She earned that title. This book is from Louis' perspective, and it's about Lestat turning him into a vampire, which is not a spoiler because that's the main plot of the book. And they just navigate that, and then there's also this little girl named Claudia who they kind of adopt, like as gay dads, you know. But again, she couldn't really say that back then, but she did say that later on. This is just a beautiful, beautiful book, and like I said, I've only read half of it, but I was thoroughly enjoying it. I haven't had time to read. I've been fixing all Jolene's mistakes. Alright. And I just want to retire and read about Lestat and gay vampires, okay? So honey, you count your lucky stars that you have the ability to read this book today. In fact, I think I'm gonna make you take this book. You know what? Yes, and I forgot to get your library card. Let me print that out. It'll print on the label over there. But you're thinking interview. Okay, now that'll be due in 2 weeks. I can extend it to 3 if you want. Do you think you'll need that much time? You know, it's a short book, but it was written in the 70s, and so there might be some big words in there for you. Yeah, okay. I'll send it to 3. Okay. And then do you think you want to try any of the other ones with it, or should we wait till next time? You wait? Okay. Let me put a little note in here. Do you want to save any of these? Like put on a wait list? The Vampire Lestat, great choice, okay? So you can just jump right into that one. You got it. See, now you're thinking. Okay. And here is your library card. Yeah, you just bring that with you next time you come in, and we'll scan it, and it'll bring up all your information. Right? Okay. Now, let me get you checked out. I'm just gonna make sure that this book is in good condition. Okay. Seems to be good. I think that will do. Okay, so let me just and scan it. Alright, so I will give that to you. Right, okay. And you have a lovely day.